Work that.
Go.
Share, don't feel free to ask for help. Asking for help is okay. You know what I mean? You need the help, but you need the helping hand.
Base.
And so once you can build that foundation, everything else will kind of be built upon that. So you need to start that first, yeah? So what you do is, again, you put your feel that you're doing your best, and trust that whatever you impart on them, that they're going to take and they're going to be great human beings, and keep speaking life into your children.
To the ladies, whoa.
You should know how to work that.
Go.
Wanted to go. So I had to go through things. I had to allow things that was within me that was holding me back. I needed to uproot those things, you know? And I began to Thursday, I was like, oh my goodness. And I was telling my team I really didn't want to, and then I began to realize, okay, I have to. It's no longer if I want to, I have to. I must. And the reason for that is because of one word. Can anybody tell me what the word is? One word. Who said it? Purpose. You see, purpose goes beyond circumstance. It goes beyond what you're going through, what you've been through, what you will go through. It's beyond all of those things. You know, you were created with a purpose. Because everything on this earth has purpose. Everything. This chair has purpose. I actually had notes to write because I need them. So these notes was my purpose to stay on track. You know, because I'm not as young as I used to be. Right? Okay. Everything has a purpose. And if everything has a purpose, how much more me and you? Specially created, uniquely designed and crafted. How much you have a purpose? How much greater your purpose is just this chair. This chair is really just to sit on, that's it. But you as an individual, you have a purpose that is so much bigger than you even imagine. And you need to start connecting with that. Like I said, as women, when you begin to understand your purpose, it keeps you going. And in understanding your purpose, here's what trials are going to come. Because that's where the understanding comes. If you're paying attention. If you're open to learning. Because the truth is, if you're not open to the learning, if you keep asking yourself, why me, why not you? Sure. Why not you? If you keep asking the wrong questions, you're going to get the wrong answers. You're going to stay stagnant. You're going to keep in a space where you have to keep asking why me. You understand? But when you begin to ask the right questions, and that is, what is my purpose? What is the purpose for me going through this? You begin to learn. You know what I mean? You begin to understand and put two and two together. Your whole view of whatever that is, whatever that product is, begins to change. You understand what I'm saying? And so you are that product for God. And when you begin to understand why you've been here, what you've been put on this earth to do, then you begin to see you differently. You begin to see your trials differently. And you begin to see the outcome that you actually want to have. You understand? Don't look at where you are as it defines you. Don't look at where you are as if it's all. It is not all. Whatever you're going through, you may not talk about it, but it's only for a time. And that time is to prepare you. It's to prepare you for who he already knows that you are capable of. Whatever you have inside of you, whatever you have to achieve, it's already there inside of you. You are responsible for discovering it. So I want to encourage you, ladies, today. Being empowered is not about what I think the world defines empowerment to be. That is, do what you want without consequences. That's kind of how you do what you want, you dress how you want, you talk how you want, and that's not being empowered. That's not being empowered. You know? Being empowered means understanding who you are, and being empowered means going beyond your circumstance. Understanding that you are beautiful, you are strong enough to take on any challenge and keep going, and keep going, and keep going. That's what being empowered means. Being empowered means being in a space where even if you don't feel okay, you know you're going to be okay. And that you can help somebody else through their situation. You can hold a hand and say, you know what, we're going to get through this together. You know, being empowered is, to me, it's about reshifting and reconditioning who we are to believe that, you know what, we are beyond what the world tells us, what others have said to us, whatever our circumstance, our birth was, the conception of our, whatever it was, we are beyond that. Whatever happened to us, we are beyond that. Yeah? And being empowered means to go out, launch out, and do what you have to do. Because if you don't do it, somebody's life might not be changed. You understand? Understand that. That you have to do something very specific. Even, you know, some people, they're related, they may look alike, but they're not the same. And just like that, no two people are exactly the same. Our purpose is completely different and very, very specific to who we are. So when we don't do, and when we allow fear, and when we allow things to hamper who we are, right? What we're doing is that we are renouncing and disconnecting to the very purpose in which we were created. And not only that, but what we're doing is that the people that we are supposed to encounter, the lives that we are supposed to change, what's going to happen to those people? When we don't live purpose, what's going to happen to those people? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about you. You're part of it. You're a thread. And everything that you do connects you to something else. If I had allowed every situation to get to me, if I had not have this segment today, I don't know whose life will change today. I don't know who, you know, needed to hear whatever it is that they needed to hear. And therefore, what would have happened? And then I would have been held accountable for that. You know? So I want you to launch out. Be encouraged. You know, be encouraged. Define yourself not through the world or through, define yourself through God and allow Him to direct you through your journey. Because you already have everything that you need. You just need to take it, grab it, understand, and go with it. And continually allow Him to direct you. Yeah? Be careful with distractions, because they come. You know, when you are purpose and you're purpose driven, distractions will come. Like I said earlier, things will look good. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be whatever. It will look good, and especially it will come at a time when you really need something. But be careful with distractions. Be careful of good, because not everything good is right. You know what I mean? Be careful of those things. Be careful of not paying attention, because we often don't pay attention, especially when we're going through things. We're so focused on what we're going through that we don't pay attention to the why we're going through this. You understand? We don't pay attention to that. We say, okay, I'm going through this, and why? We fuss and we fight and we do this. But we don't pay attention to the things that we need to learn, what we're being taught, what is being told to us very blatantly. So I want you to remember that and be empowered through